Hi, welcome to Laura's View and Tarot Tube. I am so glad you're here. Today's date is Friday, April 5th, 2024. We're going to look at CERN today. Now, I have in the past, and I'll give you a link today in my compilation that will take you to that previous look back when the Guthrie Tunnel was closed. We looked at how there might be a connection between the White Hats, the tunnel closure, and CERN. It might be worth revisiting. It's kind of exciting to look at a video I did months ago and see that things have kind of played out the way the cards indicated they might, or that we were following rabbit trails successfully. So anyway, I have some news about CERN. Two different sources that I try to keep up with, Ariel on the platform known as X, formerly Twitter, and Gene Decode have been discussing it. And I know they don't talk amongst themselves before they put things out. So let's look at what they've been saying, especially what Ariel has indicated, and then we're going to just do a confirmation reading. Again, it's a confirmation because I already previously this week asked if there were significant worries or issues that would arise with the planned shenanigans around the eclipse that we need to concern ourselves with. And we really got kind of a, don't worry, there are plans. They're going to try things, but it's not going to work out for them indication. So again, just for our interest and maybe further confirmation, we'll do this exploration today. Again, we start off with a little data, feet on the ground, and then head in the clouds. We see if the tarot want to add to the information. I'm going to take you to a compilation I've got, and if you're interested in pursuing it personally, you can click on the Facebook link that will be in the video description box. Let's go to that compilation. Okay, I use just the X platform header for CERN as my graphic. More interesting to me were these sources that are listed in the first few comments here on my Facebook link. Here's Ariel's post. Okay, closing the loop, a futile attempt. April 8th is going to amplify the energies for a timeline jump that NASA will try to prevent because they want to maintain the lower third dimension where the illusion of freedom thrives. The White Hats are planning to use the Large Hadron Collider to create what they are calling a God spark, a mini supernova. Okay, I'm going to, this will be used to create a wormhole into another timeline. Once we create the wormhole, it will remain open for a short period of time. And if we can maintain stability for a few minutes, the entire Earth can safely be transferred to a new timeline. Okay, now I'm going to skip a few things. The Large Hadron Collider has the potential to create micro black holes, and it has been theorized that these black holes can potentially be used to open wormholes to other timelines. By creating a micro black hole and stabilizing it for a short period of time, the White Hats can use the energy from the superheated plasma within the black hole to create a wormhole into another timeline. They've been working on this plan for many years, and they now believe they've perfected the process and are confident that they can successfully execute it on April 8th. What NASA will try to do is this. Remember, they have named their 3 missiles they're firing after some serpents that did horrible stuff, according to myth and lore. Anyway, they are going to fire rockets at the Large Hadron Collider in an attempt to disrupt the process and prevent the creation of the wormhole. And this is, again, interesting to us if you accept, as I accept, the information that we have been kept artificially from the path we should have been on. And as a race, as a realm of existence. Okay, the White Hats have foreseen this and have made contingency plans to ensure the plan will succeed regardless of what NASA tries to do. Okay, all right, so it tells a little more about what's going on, and Ariel does reference the 17 drop 1082. I've got that in my compilation. We'll go to that in just a second, talking about the hacking and things that they've done and how they're going to disrupt the plans that originally CERN had for this date, with one to get us back on a path of ascendancy and growth and our poor dear Earth to also have the chance to follow its ascension path. All right, so you can read this, and if it makes sense to you, great. If not, hopefully just my little synopsis here going on kind of gives us a starting point. Now, here's one of the things. Is that 17 drop. I personally don't claim to have, omniscience, and I don't really see how this relates to the events coming up, except that there is it is a delta. April 8th, 2018 was when this was posted. Okay, and then enjoy the show. Apparently there is going to be a show, but RL does say that it's not going to be with the Hollywood special effects that you might, if it succeeds, it succeeds. And there we have it. Now, here is what Gene Decode had to say. Is CERN under the white hats? Yes, it is, and be very glad. They wanted to use it as a weapon tied to the ley lines through harps and put a gravitational compression field on a population in a city or even portal a city. You've got these huge portals these things can open up. So you're talking about stargates, parallel universes, wormhole travel. They were preparing us for an interdimensional invasion. Okay, I'm not going to read the whole thing, but again, the original plan for CERN. And if you go back to that video I referenced that I did back in August, we looked at the origins of CERN and that ceremony they had that lasted 6 hours, 6 minutes, 6 seconds, and was very, very satanic and demonic in how it was presented. CERN has never really made an active effort to hide what they're all about. You can even see the 666 in their logo here. So anyway, here's what I want to do. Let's ask the tarot cards. Is it true that CERN is under white hat control, especially with the events planned for April 8th, plus other insights and information the universe wants us to know? So we've looked at a little data. Now we'll get our heads in the clouds here and see what the universe wants us to know by way of the tarot cards. I'm going to switch the camera and let you watch me work with the cards, and we'll find out together if there's additional insights or information the universe has for us about CERN and April 8th and white hat control and involvement. Again, our yes/no element to this question is CERN under white hat control, especially regarding the events that will happen on April 8th? Let's find out. Okay. Back in August, the Guthrie Tunnel that runs near CERN was closed because of derailment for months with no known date of reopening. And I just checked using 2 different browsers and could find, at least here in the United States, no information about whether that tunnel had reopened. But we definitely, back in August, got that the closure had more to do with a white hat success and the Alliance taking action in that area, which would kind of jive with what Ariel's saying and Gene Decode. So let's see what information. Is there truth to that speculation or that assertion that CERN is now under white hat control, especially for April 8th? Okay, we have a 7 of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles, lots of Pentacles showing up, 6 of Pentacles, 5 of Wands, Knight of Swords, Knight of Wands, and the High Priestess. Okay, we're going to look at these cards and talk about what insights can be gleaned from those regarding our question. First of all, the yes or no element of our card read was, is there truth to the fact that the assertion that CERN is under white hat control? There's not a hard yes at this point, but let's look at what we do have. First of all, the situation involving CERN is being indicated with the 7 of Pentacles. Now, this is Pentacles are our tangible assets type of suit. So it's talking about matters involving tangible goods, including the earth and like the CERN location. Knight of Pentacles gives us a little reassurance already, because the Knight of Pentacles is about well thought out and very measured and exactingly played out military action. Stability, absolutely stability, is the hallmark of this card. So we've got the fact that it's looking like, at least what I'm seeing here, is that there is control of CERN by the White Hats, okay? But not to the extent that we're going to see in the future. This is in the present, okay? But enough that we probably don't have to be too concerned about nefarious outcomes being pursued successfully. And again, that jives with my read earlier this week, just asking if the shenanigans planned for April 8th were a cause for concern. Recent past, we've got the more pentacles showing up here with the Six of Pentacles. And that kind of talks about, first of all, some measured generosity. So, okay, so there, again, well thought out actions have been taking place involving CERN. And they prioritized where they needed to focus their efforts quite well. Quite well. Looks like they greased a few palms in the process of going through this, too. Hey, you do what you got to do, right, guys? Especially against entrenched evil that has been holding humanity back for thousands of years. Okay, so if you can successfully get a little information or a foot in the door some way, go for it. This is unconventional warfare 101. All right, now the conflict between the White Hats and the satanic elements, the cabal element of CERN, is indicated here with the Five of Wands. And fives are always temporary situations. So there was conflict that has gone on to affect this change and put it into place and to be ready for the events of April 8th. Again, looking in the near future here, we've got some really good information here. The Knight of Swords, a very strong White Hat card showing up. Again, just a nod to the fact that the Alliance has been integral to the changes and the shifted focus of events that'll happen at CERN on April 8th. Knight of Wands showing up as our strongest insight and information card. And that's kind of interesting because this Knight of Wands, he can be a little restless, even act prematurely sometimes. So the White Hats took advantage of the fact that there was some arrogance and energy that could be used to their advantage. Now, we're getting into now, and with any future cards, I'll pull out all four of the additional cards. Just a reminder, from this point on in the read, we're looking at the near future. And strongest advice here, or information and insights, come from these cards, and then to a lesser extent, the ones that come after. At any point in the read, if an ace comes up when there's a yes or no element in my card read, we get a hard yes. Okay, so you kind of know where we're going with this and why. I try to take the mystery out of what happens with tarot cards. I was always very frustrated when people would just go, and tap their chin and then make a pronouncement. I want you to see where the elements of the cards are kind of guiding the intuitive nudges. So let's look here. We've got the High Priestess. This is our first major arcana showing up in the read so far. Okay, and the High Priestess talks about secrets, that things that are going to be unveiled would already be evident if we were just willing to draw a little closer and look. And again, there's some duality here. Again, just kind of a nod to the fact that there are two very different objectives that are in play. There's the nefarious hopes that we're planning to harvest loose and do evil things with the energy of the eclipse and people's interest in it. And then the White Hats with their long-term desire and goal of helping humanity be freed and restored to their path that they should be on. And this isn't a one country thing. This is the entire human race thing. Let's get our additional insight cards here. They tend to work 2 by 2. Now, when I get this card, the Four of Swords, and here's another sword. Swords are our justice suit. They're also written and spoken words. And when I get the 4, it's usually saying the universe is telling us there is a little, this is a card that can indicate some secrets or the need to use your intuition or discernment. This card usually indicates that because this event has not fully played out yet, April 8th is not here. Those missiles have not been fired yet. There's still some information that's being withheld from us as I do this read, and that is always to ensure the success and the fact of our world is going from dark to light. So there is still, this is an active, I want to say, kind of like it's an active situation, guys. So we can be envisioning best possible outcome. Those are powerful words. Best possible outcome. If you want to add for the light, for humanity to that, absolutely. But again, we can help with that. The another 5 is showing up with the 5 of Swords, and this is sometimes indicating that there's been a putting down of weapons, okay? Kind of a partial win. Not necessarily the one they wanted, but they're going to take it, okay? So let's get 2 more cards and see what we got. Queen of Wands and Strength. Beautiful cards, kind of like ending on a high note here. So while the universe is not sharing all information that might be available about this upcoming event and plan of the White Hats to utilize CERN to help restore humanity's path where it should be. We did have some beautiful, beautiful truth confirmation and strength cards here showing up. So again, nothing to worry about. We do have an idea where we as individuals who are awake and aware can be manifesting and picturing best possible outcomes. Okay. And the fact that they want to take our entire plane of existence into this new or maybe a restored path for humanity. Yeah, I think that's a beautiful objective to have. It's one I think any white hat or white heart should be kind of wanting deep down anyway. The strength card is showing up. Strength is kind of self-evident. There is an infinity element to the strength card, which talks about, again, some infinite resources, infinite possibilities. So that's really, really beautiful here. The Queen of Wands is a card of accomplishment and honesty. So I love that she showed up here, especially working with the strength card so nicely. So again, we've got some inspiration and accomplishment and optimism here and strength to back it up and make it happen. It's looking good, folks. It does look, we didn't get a hard yes, but we did get a nod to the fact that yes, the white hearts have definitely been at work here, and they are going to counter very successfully any plans that have been made to hold us back, to continue to have humanity or our lovely earth held back. So there are some good plans that will be playing out. They may not, again, be in Technicolor and recorded, but there are some good things planned. And we can help just manifesting that success and that restoration and that beautiful outcome that we want. So I'm going to switch camera back and we'll do a quick recap and put a close on this. Okay, our recap. We asked if there was truth to the assertion that the white hats, I use the term interchangeably, and I especially like the white hearts as a phrase, just so you know, because if you're truly a white hat to the core, that means your heart is so light-filled, it's going to be white. Okay. Thought I might have to explain my little slang term there in case you're new to the channel. We asked if there was truth to the rumor that there's plans by the White Hats for CERN for April 8th that are almost direct opposites of what the CERN originally had for the date. And we did get a kind of a nod to the fact that there's been some military action, again, alliance type military involving CERN that's been very successful. The near future card did show the White Hats continuing in the near future. They do have plans involving CERN, and they are well thought out. They have been meticulously planned and are following through. Now, the universe indicated that there's some information that is not going to be shared with us at this time because this April 8th, as far as where we're on the timeline, has not yet happened. And so events are still to unfold. So to aid that process of our plane of existence going from dark to light, there's been a little information being withheld from us. And I don't, when I read cards with you, I show you that each card has some contribution to read. And I don't do any editing with what I get. I trust the universe to do that. And this card usually indicates, knowing that I would share all insights, that the universe has held something back so to aid in the success of what is planned for April 8th. And it will be, again, right now, what I'm getting is currently, CERN is not totally under white hat control. They've focused where they need to focus as far as events of April 8th. So it's primarily there. I'm not in that situation, so I don't know exactly how this is playing out. I just know that their intent, their focus, and their objectives have all been about what's going to happen on April 8th and not letting any nefarious plans play out successfully. And that kind of jives with the fact that we've already been told, again, that nefarious plans are not going to be as successful as the shenanigans gang had ever hoped. And then moving forward, we've got an accomplishment card here and strength, infinite strength. And the divine feminine is very strong here. We do know that part of the issues that have been going on with our world have been that the divine masculine and divine feminine are out of balance. So I always like when we get some strong female energy showing up here, the divine feminine, because that is the balance, that we work together, not in opposition, and have that balance and that nurturing mindset, nurturing for the planet, for humans, for our health, for our DNA, for the path we're on, needs to be one of nurturing and growth, not power and control. And we're getting there, folks. We are. And we regular humans, even though you feel like you're insignificant, our little sparks of love and light do matter. So take that time to envision the events of April 8th unfolding in a beautiful way, even if it's not actually immediately evident, that it folds great, that if there is a plan to put us back on a path we should have been on, that path, that whole hope, it just plays out even more successfully and more beautifully than was ever hoped for. And we can make it manifest because our thoughts, our energy, and energy can be transformed but not destroyed. So we're going to put our energy into focusing on manifesting beautiful outcomes, best possible outcomes for any loving and light-filled objectives. We can do that right where we're at. And I encourage you to. And when you're not manifesting, enjoy this beautiful life we've got. There's so much to enjoy and to be grateful for, and we don't need to feel guilty for enjoying our lives, the world around us, birds singing, whatever. Okay, those simple pleasures are called simple pleasures for a reason, because they're there for everyone to enjoy. So, okay, that's enough lecturing from me. But I do feel like if we can avoid fear and we can embrace love and kindness and just picture beautiful outcomes, first of all, what can it hurt? And the thought that it might help, that it might make us in a very subtle sort of way, effective warriors and effective participants in this change that we're hoping for. It's beautiful. It's beautiful to me. So I'm going to be doing it. By the way, on Monday, since I live just a few miles off the direct total eclipse path, I'm not going to try to travel that day, but I will be planning to do a live stream and we can enjoy the eclipse together. If it's not too terribly cold, because we're getting snow even today, I will move a laptop outside and I will probably do that anyway during the actual eclipse. But look for that. I'll put up a thing about the live stream. And if you want to join with me or just watch it later and see what it looked like in Presque Isle, Maine, you can. And I think I'll include a little tarot element to it just before and after the eclipse. and just ask what changes have happened as a result of the eclipse being completed. I think that'll be a fun thing to do. So that's it for this video. I thank you so much for your time, your attention, for all those who have chosen to subscribe or resubscribe, because YouTube drops you off my radar if they can. And I appreciate each and every one of you. And if you'd like to receive to each and every one of you, I send you love and light and wish for you everything bright. Bye.